Hi, and welcome to Web Design 2, as well as the Spring 2024 semester. Um, I just want to make this video. This one should be relatively quick, because you will all have taken Web Design 1, and you'll know that I made a video. I usually make an introduction video for that class as well, so I just wanted to make one for this. It's pretty much the exact same thing as Web Design 1, so if you already know how to do that, then it should be pretty familiar. The only difference, major difference, is going to be that we'll be using Canvas semester. So without further ado, I'm just going to go right down the line here. I'm going to do it relatively briefly, again, because I don't think you guys, you know who I am. You've heard my voice far too much as it is, I'm sure, already. So obviously, I'm still John Cohn, just one of the faculty members. Again, you know who I am. Yeah. So as far as these are my office hours, but like before, what I would do is I would just suggest to just email me, and then I will just respond with any sort of issues that you might have. Um, and then we'll just kind of go from there. If we need to meet virtually, we can do that as well. Okay. I'm gonna have you guys basically do the little discussion board. So just right, why you're taking the course, what your experience is. I know you all have Web Design 1, so that's good. And yeah, so this is Web Design 2. More or less, it's just going to build on the Web Design 1 course, but it's going to be a little bit different. So in Web 1, we basically did HTML and CSS, right? And we did, there's a little bit of an introduction also to WordPress. In this course, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a little bit of HTML, a little bit of CSS, but we're going to do a lot more JavaScript as well, and more advanced CSS, a lot more JavaScript and PHP. Okay. And the reason being is that in the first class we did everything, we were making stuff that was hard coded, that you were just it was a static page. And this one you're going to be making more of a dynamic page that is built using a CMS, more specifically WordPress. Okay, just like you did in the other one. But it'll be creating more in-depth stuff of WordPress. That being said, it's a lot more technical and a lot more difficult than the other course. The other course, I feel like, hopefully you didn't find it too difficult, but I feel like it's kind of, it's whatever. This one's like more than one step above. This is like two steps above. So just be aware. Make sure that you start the assignments early, because you may struggle. Okay. All right. As far as the thing is concerned, it's the exact same again. It's going to be 13 labs. There's going to be 3 projects and 4 discussion boards. Basically, every time you complete a project, there's also a discussion board that goes with it. And I just want you to like screen capture your website, just because it's going to be difficult to actually upload it onto the discussion board. So just do some screen captures, just so that other people can see what you're working on, and then you can get feedback. So when you upload it, you should also respond to at least 2 of your peers. Which may be difficult. I'll be somewhat, because there's only 3 of you, I'll be somewhat lenient on that, but do try to do it, because that's just 10% of the grade. Okay. We are going to be using Canvas. You can click on it here, but also obviously this will be an announcement in Canvas, so you probably are already in Canvas. But yeah, anyway, that's a link to it. If we go to Canvas, what you're going to see is that every week I'll do an announcement, just like I did before, being like, hey, remember you're in this course, do the work. And then all you do, the way this works, if you're not familiar with Canvas, if you didn't have it in previous courses, just so you are aware, Canvas is our new LMS. It's going to be replacing Blackboard. You still might have some classes that are using Blackboard this semester, but this is the last semester that we are going to also have Blackboard. Starting next year, it will all just be Canvas. Okay, so hopefully you have some experience. If you have some experience, this should be relatively familiar. But all I'm going to have you do is you'll see that there's one class module for each week. Okay. And notice that I put the little date on there so you know what day it is. So January 15th is Monday. That's the first day of the week. And then this is another Monday. So that way you know where you're supposed to be each week. I thought that would make it a little bit easier. If you click on introduction, it's just going to give you just like, this is what we're doing, and this is the stuff you should know by the end. Resources, I don't think there's even any in there. This is just a link to the web page. So you click on that, it's going to bring you to the web page. And then, what I want you to do is basically, when you go to the web page, same as before, you're just going to scroll down, look at the stuff, and go, yeah, very nice. Okay. And then you'll get to the bottom. Here's the assignment. It's the same as what's posted on here. Here's the assignment. And then you will just go through the slideshow like you did before, and you will complete the assignment. Okay. Hopefully that's pretty straightforward. And then once you're done with the assignment, I haven't updated. I meant to update this course this semester, but I'm teaching a lot of classes this semester, like a lot. So I think it might be the most I've ever taught. So I just didn't have a chance to update the whole site. So I just kind of kept it. So a lot of it's going to say Blackboard. Just when I say Blackboard, just put it in Canvas. Okay. But here's the assignment. You just click on it. Again, it's the same stuff that's written on the website. And then here is the rubric. And then yours will look a little bit different because I'm not looking at it from the student view. But you'll have a thing that say submit. You'll just submit the stuff there. Okay. Let's click back. And then in this case, there's also an introduction discussion board. And then you'll see each week. Basically, just go right down the line. That's what it is. Okay. So, like I said, though, the difficulty. So the first week's really easy. You're just making a fixed width web page. Nothing too fancy. It's stuff you already know how to do. But when you do get to the second one, you're going to be doing a little bit more advanced CSS. And then the third and fourth one's going to be JavaScript. Okay. So it's going to be a lot more work than the previous one. I just want you to be aware of that. Okay. And make sure that you're not waiting to the last minute to try and get these done because you'll have difficulty doing it. And then also if you run into a problem and it's Sunday night, I might be in bed. So I won't be able to help you. So try to do these, at the beginning of the week. So that way you have time if there is any issues to complete those. All right. There's basically 3 projects. I already mentioned that earlier. There's 3 projects. One's going to be to create your own responsive framework using CSS and JavaScript, kind of like basically making your own Bootstrap. And then the next one's going to be making your own WordPress theme, which is that one's going to be really hard. That one's like a lot of work. And then the last one is using Divi and creating a child theme. And that will be easier. So just like the other class where it's kind of a little bit more work and then gets hard and then it's easy at the end, this class kind of works the same way, where it'll be much easier at the end. That's generally how I try to make my courses because I know you're getting overloaded at the end. And that way you can kind of coast to the finish line. All right, so same thing here. I don't want to blather your head off, but it's all the same rules as before. If you submit an assignment late, 1 day late, or till the end of the semester late, it's 1 letter grade reduction. So if you had 100, it would be an 85/A/B. You could submit any work after you submitted it for a higher grade. I don't have any problem with that. If it's submitted late and then you submit it again, you can't get 100 after. You're just going to get whatever that you can get up to an 85. So hopefully that all makes sense. I have everything already unlocked. So if you want to go through and just go ahead of time, like finish it early, like get it done, that would be a great way. And then you can get this off of your plate and then you can just concentrate on other courses. I have no problem with that either. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you run into any problems, just email me, jcohn@cecil.edu. And I look forward to seeing your guys' work. Good luck.